Yo, what is up, my people? Your boy JV back at it again. 6/28/2020. All right, so 1:13 p.m. right now. I'm about to do some breakdown on these charts before the market opens to give you an insight of what's gonna go down. So or up, right? So right before we get into that, I want to share something with y'all. I want to show y'all some screenshots. Ain't nothing better than some screenshots, some before and afters. All right, so look at this. Ooh, look at this gold trade. Let's go back a little bit. Those were also some lit trades, but I want to show you something. Gold, okay? So gold, I called it here at 1490, 150, 1490, 230 or so. Okay, so that is where I called gold as the buy, and I said we were gonna break through this, that we were making higher highs. We had just broken through this. We had touched the trend line. We were retouching, and we were about to, keep going. So that's when I called it. It was an 800 pip TP1. All right, yeah, take profit 1. That was the first target. Okay, so right now we're gonna go back to this right now, DXY. But I just want to show y'all this over here. Okay, so boom. After that happened, bam, take profit 1 hit. You can see it was just freaking beautiful. Gone. So after that hit, then we were going for take profit 2. Take profit 2 was breaking out of this, and we were gonna go and hit 1700, 1690 right there. But we're gonna hit 1700. So as y'all know, gold right now is at, man, where is gold? Let's go and check it out real quick. Where is it? There it is. 1769. Are you serious, guys? Are you serious right now? So we started buying it. We started buying it down here, guys. This is where I told my people to start buying. This was the 1700 target. And I did say we were going to ultimately keep on going, but I thought we were going to have a huge retracement from 17 area. We broke the 17, hit 17,500, and then we retouched around the 17 area. That's when I told my people that we were clearly starting this funnel, and we were going to keep on going up because, the 17 area or so, 16,750 to the 17 area was now a support. So, we broke through it as resistance, became support. We started funneling, and then we broke the funnel, retested the funnel, made another lower low, retested the funnel again, and then we started on the higher high. So gold, I believe we will keep it rolling. This was the analysis from last week. I said we were going to start the week off bullish, and then I expected a retracement before the continuation bullish if this wasn't able to break. So as you can see, it did start going up on the week. We had a retrace to around this area, and then it's pushing up again. So I believe that gold might be bullish for the week. And with all this new wave of coronavirus, I think it makes sense that it will be. So DXY, I'm going to show you this. Okay, so this is on the daily. Is on the daily right here. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on the 15 minutes. I'm gonna zoom this out. Zoom it out. All right. So you'll see what I'm doing right now. I want to show y'all the power of knowing how these charts work. So right here, 102.46, 47. Okay, so 102.47 is where I'm gonna put it at. Right there. So that right there, right here. Remember this little gap, all right? remember this trend line going up right here. Okay, so that, my friends, is where I told my people that the dollar was about to start going to shit. That's where I said that, you know, it was time to sell the dollar and hold for a little while because it was going to go to shit. So what happened after I said that? Bam, 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 bam. Now I could tell you, like, I told my people that, but what's better? What's better than a screenshot to take you back into that time? All right, so boom. Now let's go back. Bam, DXY right here. Okay, so what is that? 102.47. Bam. Okay, so this one is lit, but I have another screenshot that shows the bigger picture of where I said we were gonna go to. Might show y'all that one at the end of the video. Or I might just hold it to the next one. But it is a really, really good good setup, I believe. So I mean, right there, 102.47. I said this was our first target. We're gonna rebound, and we're gonna ultimately keep it rolling. So again, I'll show y'all the bigger setup that I gave them. That way, y'all can see where I potentially see how it's going. But right now, I believe that, you know, we broke through this. We retested. We started making this new zone here. Now we broke through that, and it looks like we might be on that, you know, going up for that retest, and that zone is up here, right? Like this is this green zone, if anything, is zone 1. This is zone 2 where it actually broke out of. But in order to go up to those zones, we have to break through this trend line that it has been making on these lower lows. So that's a problem. That is a problem because in order to go through that trend line, we will be saying that we're going on a bullish trend. So, you know, we could end up seeing something, you know, if that's what we're saying right now, this would end up breaking through. We would have to do like a small retest or something. And then we would keep it going, and what, we would fall from here, or would we go up here and then fall from here, or would we have to go ultimately all the way up to the next major trend line before we fall all the way back down? So, you know, that's if you're going on a bullish bias, which I mean, you always have to look at both scenarios. But I am going bearish this week. I'm going bearish, and I will break down why I am going bearish on the dollar this week. I will also break down Euro USD and Usdchf. All right, those 3 pairs are gonna be the money makers for the week. So that's what I will be focusing this video on. Before we get going any further, I, VIZPARRI, am not a certified financial advisor. I am one of the founders of Oasis Trading Club, where we help regular people like yourself, you know, learn about the markets and be able to win while you learn, you know, earn while you learn. So that's something that we have created with our about to be 5 years of experience. And, you know, if you're interested in anything like that, just let me know, send me a message. But again, I'm not certified at the moment. Hopefully in the near future, you might see my certification. So, but as for now, trade under your own risk and discretion. Do not risk money you do not have to lose, okay? Now, starting off with this fire ass analysis, DXY. We are gonna show you what I said last week. I have a video on here that shows you how you go from $250 to 15,000 plus in a matter of about 2 weeks if the pattern had played out. So what had to happen was this opening up, coming down here, which it did. It did you know, level 1 of the process, but then it broke. And you know, it was supposed to come back up here for level 2 of the process, and then level 3 of the process was selling here, which, you know, the thing was Euro USD, but the DXY does the opposite. So when this went down, we were buying Euro USD. This was supposed to go up. We are supposed to sell Euro USD. And then ultimately when this dropped, we were supposed to be buying Euro USD. So you can go back and look at that video on my channel. But so we did hit level 1. We broke through. What happened after we broke through? So after we broke through, we started trending this. Okay, so before I'm gonna delete this, but I just want to show you what the setup was. So it was supposed to come down here whenever we broke through, which was supposed to happen over here, right? Whenever that happened, we were gonna see a retouch around this level before we continued. That is very important because we actually broke through here and now are doing that retouch that I knew would have to happen around this shoulder. So, you know, in my point of view, we're on this stage of what I said was going to happen. We're in that stage where we're going to hit the shoulder, retouch somewhere around this zone, hit the trend line possibly, and look what happened. It is a beautiful touch right there. Just nice, on point. So let me just change this. Sometimes my mic starts sounding weird. Uh-oh, my PC is let me connect my computer before it dies on me. That would be such an L. Okay, so what was I showing you guys? Damn it, I lost track of what I was saying. Okay, so we're on the shoulder. We hit right on point. So what is coming next? So what I believe we will see next is a push down. We will see a push down. Something that tells me that we are about to see that is this higher high there, making a beautiful divergence here. It is as nice as it gets as far as divergence goes. So this higher high here with this divergence is what actually made me sell. That is what made me sell right there. So now this divergence on the second level that I said we were gonna hit as a retrace is just too beautiful. I cannot ignore. We are about to go make some money. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the DXY so that you can see why I see what I see on Euro USD. So again, I'm gonna show you the DXY because it correlates and, you know, gives you more, what is that word I'm looking for? Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. I can't remember the word. The confluence, guys. Confluence. I got it. Yeah. All right, it gives you more confluence. What does confluence mean? It just adds to the fire that is gonna be a good trade. Okay, so confluence right there on the money with DXY and Euro USD. Now I am gonna show you a bigger time frame. This is the small time frame. This trend line, red trend line right here, is what it's been going on the hours and the 4 hours as far as a downtrend shows. And now I want to show you the bigger picture on the daily. Okay, so bigger picture on the daily. This is how I see what happened, guys. This is how I explained to my people in Oasis Trading Club that I saw, you know, what's going on. So this coronavirus and everything, right? That went on. Bam, this is them trying to fix it. This is them trying to fix it. Stimulus and all that, right? This is what they're doing, obviously, as everybody knew. It stimulated it, right? But it was just fake. It could not sustain the reality of the crisis that we are living. And the markets cannot get faked out that easily. So again, boom, Corona, we're fixing everything. No, you're not. That is what I see happening. That is just, you know, my perspective of the bigger picture that's going on. Zooming out again. Wait, I want to show you the daily. Just in, this right here. So if we have this daily, go and just mess around a bit, making a little wick, just a little wick up there. Oh, daily. Oh, another daily. That would be Sunday going into Monday, Monday going into Tuesday, Tuesday going into Wednesday, maybe closing down here, maybe under it. So if we close somewhere around this area, we could make a lower low, right? If we close somewhere around that area by Wednesday, why by Wednesday? Because by Wednesday, we start the new monthly candle, guys. Okay, so Wednesday, a new monthly candle will be born. How is that monthly candle gonna look like on its birth? Well, I guess not on its birth, right? I guess how will the monthly candle, this monthly candle, look upon its death? It'll be the end of that candle. So how will it look upon its death? And what will the new candle upon its birth, what will it do? That is what we gotta figure out. So this weekly candle here, you can see we closed pushing heavy, and we have a couple wicks going pushing up. This one actually closed pretty nice, and then this wick just mad crazy wick to the upside. So it is looking pretty bullish on the weekly, guys. Looking pretty bullish. But let's keep it rolling. Let's see. Gotta look at both scenarios. If this trend line breaks and retouches, then we're gonna look for the bullish scenario. Until then, we will stay bearish. All right. So again, if this red line breaks on the 4-hour, 1-hour time frame and retouches, we will look for the bullish scenario. Until then, we are bearish on the dollar, which means we are bullish on Euro USD. All right, so these wicks here have been trying to push it up. This wick here really tried to push it up, and this candle, if anything, should have broken to the upside if we were gonna do it. But they have not been able to defeat this last candle. They've tried and they've tried, but this candle here ended red. It ended red, which means that it ultimately, the Bears won. You know, the Bears won ultimately in this battle. Even though the Bulls did come in and put up, you know, they put up a really, really good fight. So what's coming next? Well, let's see what the monthly has to say. See what the monthly has to say, because this weekly candle will be closing the monthly. So this weekly candle will be closing the monthly. Where would this weekly candle most likely end up? If it wakes up there and just goes up just a little bit, just a little wick, and then starts dropping and goes somewhere here for Wednesday, and then starts retracing for Thursday, and then closes somewhere, you know, somewhere up here or something. So let's say this candle drops. Say this candle drops, bam. Let me put it red. So let's say that candle goes like that, right? Boom. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, what? Dangerous. And then we push up for Thursday, Friday, and then we close somewhere up here or something, right? You know, maybe we just push down here. Sorry, we just push down here, and then we close up here or something, right? Whatever, you know, it pushes down and closes the monthly on Wednesday. Let's say a monthly closes here Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday comes in and pushes it back up, and it closes here. So that way the new monthly candle will be making its wick, while this monthly will have closed bearish. Why is that very important? Because look at this monthly, guys. Look at this monthly. Wow. 102.47. This is where I told my people that we were going to go to shit. That's what happened afterwards. The next monthly candle went up and closed as a gravestone doji. Okay, so the bulls got murdered completely, left them with a gravestone. So now this pushed up right on the money. I said we were gonna go up there. This was a 61.8, I believe, that I had called, and I knew we were gonna hit it, and it just went perfectly. And then bam, the move started. This next monthly candle just started. Bam. Okay, so what was the lowest that this monthly candle has gone? This monthly candle, the lowest that we have gone is this red trend line here. I'm gonna move it just a little bit. Whoa there. All right, just right there. So put it back on the monthly. This red trend line, this red support and resistance trend line is where whatever this line is where it has come and touched before. That is where I'm planning that this monthly will close at. If this monthly candle closes somewhere around here, and then the weekly closes somewhere around this zone, somewhere around this area, right? That means that the next monthly candle, that means that the next monthly candle, Thursday and Friday morning, will be making that little wick. You could see the next monthly candle, the next monthly candle close a little bit bullish, just right here. And then next week, we could just, keep the continuation going down. And whatever this week closes Thursday and Friday will be the wick to next week's monthly candle continuation bearish. So I'm very bearish on it. I've been waiting on the other hit on this trend line here. 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna hit it. We're gonna hit it, guys. It's inevitable. We're gonna hit that trend line again. Will we break or will we bounce up again? Probably bounce and start making a little funnel there or something. We might just bounce. But if we break, I think it's time for a break out of that zone. Even though we never, check this out, guys. Even though we have still not touched this trend line, this is a major one. This is the beginning of it. This is the beginning of the DXY, and it started making these lower lows. We still haven't touched there, but we could have started the new trend already. We could have started this already. All right, so this is very important here. And ultimately, this is going lower, about every 10 years or so. Whoa. So this is going lower and lower. That would mean that is about how much it goes every round. If we are starting that round already, this is where it will leave us, around this area here. This is the analysis that I said I might show you at the end of the video. Yeah, I got it a little bit in the middle of the video. So this is DXY in a potential bigger picture. It's what I see. This is what I see. The charts. This is what is what they're showing me. So you know what I mean? That is what I am putting on the video because that is what I'm seeing. Whoa, my trend line has to be perfect. So now that you have seen BXY, now that I have broken it down, I will break down how we will make money with this on Euro USD. All right, so going to Euro USD. Okay, so Euro USD, man. Beautiful, beautiful divergence. Bam, break all the way retracing to the initial breakout that happened here in 2017. And huge wicks, boom, 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 just looking like we'll just, I don't know how to say it in English. La mecha del cohete, you know? What does that mean? That means that that's the spark, the line of the spark for the fireworks. You know, you spark that up, boom, firework, right? So this is a bunch of fireworks just being you know, set to be ready to be freaking launched. So now that the fireworks have been set off, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? We're at a very, very, very critical price in, let me delete this. This thing is getting on the way. Come on. Okay. So this zone is very, very important. This zone is a very good resistance right now. If this breaks, it will become support. So we are expecting this to break, obviously, so that, you know, next week or whatever, we could get some retouch on that support and ultimately continuation, right? The next monthly candle might just do that, right? So going to the daily, I'm going to show you this. Oh man, all right. All right, so right here, guys, on this daily, we have broken out of this huge downtrend that it had going here. Take down the sign off, get some more space on the chart. Just make it bigger. Oh, wrong button. There we go. A little better. So from the top, bam, huge breakout, bam, messing around, right? I told my peeps we're gonna roll from around this area. Once we broke out, I said, man, we are going out of here. So from the initial one that I told them to go in at, it went up about 600 pips. I had a 500 pip target. Yeah, about 620 pips or so. And I had a 500 pip target that I had said we were gonna hit. So, okay, that was lit. I did give another analysis over here where I said we were gonna ultimately go all the way up to a bigger picture. I'm gonna delete that real quick. Let me hide this. This is getting in my way. How do I hide this? More high floating. Okay, so, oh, come on. Get out of this. Get out of it. I can't. This. There we go. Crazy. Okay, so right here on this daily, we are making these higher highs. This is a 4-hour trend line, but it can also be seen as a daily trend line. On the 4 hours, it looks like it might have broken out, but on the daily, you can clearly see that it closed right on it as a doji. There we go. Having a little bit of difficulties here. All right, so I'm gonna delete this as well. Get out of the way. I know there's a lot of stuff on here, guys, but it's because the way I trade, I break it down. Okay, so I always get the bigger picture, and then once it gets into my kill zone, I call it, then I zoom it in and I get these entries like I did this week, where I caught this bio for the 50 pips. I tried to sell it. It did not work out. It had broken out. So then I called the buy, and we caught 80 pips on that next buy. So ultimately caught 50 pips, lost 20 pips on the sell, and then gained another 80 pips. Good week. This right here, come on. That doji just looks freaking beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What are we looking at on the hourly? On the hourly, we're not showing much divergence, unlike the. Sorry, guys. Didn't get enough sleep. All right, but we're not showing quite, as sexy divergence as on the DXY. But then again, we can still manage to maybe mess around and come down to around this area and make some divergence before pushing up. That could still happen. That could make a wick down and then just skyrocket up. That could definitely happen. What I'm going more for is, since the DXY has already shown a nice setup, I'm gonna go more for a divergence on a 5-minute time frame. Is what I'm gonna be looking for. So as soon as I see that 5-minute divergence, I will start placing my orders. And that could be somewhere around here. It could, this whole area where I have this zigzag is where I'll be looking for entries. And for that confirmation for the entries, which will be the divergence and possibly a trend somewhere in this 5 minutes. Could it be this trend that we will be following? Maybe. All right, we'll see. All I know is that the divergence and the DXY correlation will make for a awesome trade this week. And a lot of people are bearish on Euro USD. Me myself, unless we break through this 111,777, will still be bullish. If we break through that 111,777, I will just let it do its thing, let it show me that we are going bearish. Maybe do a break out of here, retest, and then start maybe consolidating here, making a zone where I can see that it's ranging and say, oh, well, this has to break so that it'll continue to sell, or making a maybe like a little funnel where I can be like, okay, well, follow the funnel, and if it breaks, then we'll continue the bearish. Something after it breaks. If it just breaks through, I will not start selling. It's not good. You just have to really see what's gonna happen after that, because it could do some stupid stuff. So just gotta follow it, and whatever makes more sense as far as the risk to reward, that is what we go with. So it makes a lot of sense that the DXY has divergence. It makes a lot of sense that the monthly will have to close bearish. It makes a lot of sense that this monthly will have to close above this red line, which will push it going up for the next 3 days. It makes a lot of sense. So that is what we will be going with. On another note, we do have this trend line going from peak to peak. It's a very important trend line that we saw here. And it's very important because whenever we go up up there, let me just delete that and draw it fresh. Okay, so whenever we go up there, bam, we'll break through this red line, right? We'll break through this red trend line. Right there. So we'll break through that red trend line. And, you know, we might see like a little retrace, little retest or whatnot. And then boom, you know, so this could happen. We could go up here and then we're up here and then, you know, this could like start funneling. You know what I mean? Like we could end up seeing a funnel all right here. But you know, if we're really expecting the bullish monthly to close, I mean, it could definitely close here, right? And then the next month would be retracing here, and this will be the wick for the next month, and then we'll break out. That's a possibility. That is a possibility. I'm hoping that we just break through and continue. And then next week, you know, continue. So that is what I'm hoping that we can see. But these two scenarios are what I am gonna be keeping an eye on. So as soon as it hits this trend line, it is time to take profits because you could lose all of your profits if it comes back down from that funnel. All right. So it's time to take profits. If it breaks through there, then we could, you know what I mean, keep on rolling, right? But until it breaks through this trend line, you have to be cautious to take profits as soon as you see that zone. So we're gonna draw a little zone there, and you can see why it's a very important zone. You could see you could see how it could, look at all these touches. You could see how that could be the take profit target and the one that decides ultimately which way we're going to keep on going. So just from here to here, it's a really good buy. I know a lot of people are trying to sell it on the way here, and it's probably because this looks like a breakout. But again, because of the bigger time frame, bigger time frames rule the charts. All right, remember that bigger time frames will always rule the charts. So because of that, I am thinking that we will be going bullish on this. I want to show you Usdchf. I also have the before and after on Usdchf. It is so freaking sick. So sick. So I ended up getting in on this trade. I'm not even lying to you guys. It was somewhere up here in this range. Man. Oh man, it was up there, guys. Look, I have it on my demo. Let me get the exact price because I also am running a 100K demo because you have to practice, and it is at 97,680. 97,680. Yeah, man, you have to trade them big lots as if you had a big account so that you're ready whenever you get that big account. You know what I mean? 97,680. So around this zone here is where I have the entry that I called. So whenever that hit, it was the triple touch. And then we start going all the way down, making these lower lows. No, this was a straight swing trade. So whenever we hit this divergence right here at the bottom, I called the buy. It went into profit for a very quick minute before we obviously got stopped out, 15 pip loss. So whenever that happened, it just kept hitting the continuation on the sell right here. Just two beautiful triple divergent bottom, retrace to the resistance X support, and then we start trending right here just beautifully. Right now, just like the DXY, you can see this grinding, and it looks like it's breaking out of that. The Usdchf and the DXY follow each other very, very well. They, excuse me, they correlate with each other very, very well. So if you go and you measure this move from wicks to wicks, and you go and you trend this move from wicks to wicks, that is what we're dealing with right now. The stop loss on this is right on top of this here. Let me see it a little wider. There we go. So, stop loss, you're looking at around 9,500. This is 9,405, 9,404, but 9,500 would do right on top of this here. 9,505 would be just a little bit more safe in case we try to just double touch that, which could definitely happen. But if that breaks through that, then I am definitely out of the trade. And we gotta, see what our options are and what it looks like it is doing next. So until that time, we will be staying bearish on this trade. We'll be looking at it to go just a little bit up, making possible divergence as well. And then from that divergence, then we will be looking at the continuation for the sell. So the continuation for the sell should come down here, break through that, and keep on going down. I believe that we are gonna do that if we go into the 4-hour time frame. Switch my mic one more time just to make sure. All right. If we are able to hit this zone, then we will need to break, retest, and make a lower low. So what I wanted to show you, I remember now, sorry, because somebody was calling me. Getting a call in right now. I'm gonna have to call them back. So this is the first drop. This is the second drop, guys. We're barely in the second drop. So the second drop, and then we will see the third going into some kind of divergence there. And if we zoom it out, so if we zoom it out, we can see that it'll hit around this support here. Sorry, I heard a quick pause. My wife was talking to me. We work from home. That's how we do it. So beautiful, beautiful zone where I'm looking for it to hit. And then from there, we could see it do its thing. Nice retrace. And it'll fit with the setup of the dollar and what it has going for it. So I'm gonna extend one of these. Okay, let me see. There we go. All right, I'm gonna extend the trend from. Starts from here, from what I can see, and then bam, perfect. Boom, 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 boom. So that is a very, very important trend as well. we could maybe see a rebound all the way up there. But as for now, I still, I don't see the bottom being reached yet. We broke through this zone, and yeah, we broke through it, and we touched here the last times here. But this one we straight up broke through it. This one we straight up broke through it. So now, I believe that once you break through, this whole thing is a floor. So it has to, now it has broken through and retouched. That's all it did. That's all it did. It broke through and it just retouched. Now we're going for the continuation on that floor to reach the bottom. These daily candles, they look freaking fantastic, they look great. So that we can see another wick and then a bearish candle closing, and then another bearish candle continuation, so that we could close this monthly somewhere down here. If we go to the weekly, these weekly dojis here, and then a bear. This one was weaker, but still was not, was not able to become a reversal pattern. This week will start, make a little wick, and then ultimately come down here and close maybe up here, but it still will close underneath, breaking underneath this trend line here. So if it closes underneath that trend line there, it will close as a bearish move, as a bearish weekly candle, so that the next weekly candle can continue its move and whatnot. So we have had some very nice candles recently. I'm not even gonna go and put the whole candle. I'm just gonna put that right there, okay? So we have had some very nice candles lately. Some very nice candles. If we have one of those candles come up this week, look what happens. We end up touching our target already this week. Hoping that that's what we're able to see. That would be so lit. How many pips would that be if we're able to go and catch that move? 250 pips. We're going for a 250 pip move, guys. That is going to be the target for Usdchf, 250 pips. We're going to go and put the monthly before we sign off on this webinar. All right, so on the monthly, guys, again, if this pushes up and closes there for the monthly, that means that we're going to close as a bullish move potential to go up. And I just don't see that happening. I think we're going to keep on going down on the dollar. So this would have to close bearish. And what better monthly way to close than somewhere down here in the old support zone, where we can ultimately start the next monthly, have a nice wick up and do whatever we want from there, right? But I think that this would make a very nice close somewhere around these areas here. Very important price zone there. Very important price zone here. Those two areas are my targets. All right, so let's see what we can make happen this week. That is pretty much all I got, guys. That's pretty much it. I hope that y'all got some good insight out of this, some good nuggets. Hope y'all ready to make some money. Let's get it rolling, man. Let's get it rolling. See you at the top. If y'all have any questions, y'all want me to do any more pairs, anything, feel free to leave a comment and let me know. Follow, subscribe, share. Let your people know how to make money this week. Check you later. JV out.